In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get your very first coaching client. For anybody who doesn't know me, my name is Chris Berry. I ran the operations for a coaching business where we went from zero to over $10 million sold and collected in less than 2 years. I now help coaches grow and build coaching programs. So without further ado, I'm going to be transitioning over to sharing my iPad screen where we're going to break it all down. So let's hop into it. And so once again, in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to get your first coaching client. So jumping into a pre-assumption that we're going to have here. And that assumption is going to be that you already have clearly defined and created your offer and your ideal client. When I say offer, what are you going to sell them? And the ideal client is who you're going to sell that to. So if you do not have that already sorted out, then please go ahead. There's going to be a link down in the description below. I have another video where I walk step by step on how to do that. So if you've not done that already, please go ahead and check out that video. If you have and you want to understand how to get your next coaching client, your first coaching client, I should say, then that's where we're going to go ahead and come in. And guys, I like to keep things stupid simple. Within that, this may seem, oh, okay, Chris, I get it. Ultimately, these are the things that you need to do. I find a lot of coaches I work with, they overcomplicate things for no reason. Things really can't be this simple. So if you're looking for the way to get your first coaching client, you have to do two things. You already have your offer. You already know who you're going to sell it to. Now what you need to do is you need to, number one, get the leads, and then you just simply need to sell them. And that's it. So obviously for some people, they think, oh, that's easier said than done, Chris. Yeah, that's why I'm making this video. So jumping into the first one, okay, getting leads. There are three main ways here that you can go ahead and get leads. It is either by doing outreach, that includes cold outreach and warm outreach. You have number two, content. And then number three, you have paid ads. So jumping into the first one, as I said, there are two different variations of outreach. Cold outreach is you, for example, buying an email list, somebody that has no clue who you are. You're going to do outreach, things along those lines. So that's one example of cold outreach. Another one is you could do cold outreach via social media. You can go on Instagram, you can go on Facebook and DM people to go ahead and seek to get them on. I can tell you personally from that coaching biz that I told you about where we went from 0 to 10 million, we went ahead in the first 90 days. We were able to sell $1 million in the first 90 days just doing cold Facebook outreach. Now, obviously, there's certain tactics for each one of these and understanding how you're going to go about it. But ultimately, this is a couple of examples of cold. Now, when it comes to warm, a lot of coaches don't realize and understand how many people they have. And I should say how many people they have that they could actually get as leads or people that could get them the leads. So that's one thing. Or number two, they're just too afraid to ask for help or reach out to people that they know. One way that really works well is simply by leveraging your existing phone contacts. And you don't need to try to be super salesy or anything like that. If you are interested in learning about kind of the scripts and stuff that we would do when it comes to outreach for previous people, please go ahead and let me know down in the comments and I can make a video explaining all of that. Regardless, it's something as simple as getting communication with this person, then transitioning to, hey, here's what I'm doing. I help people do X, Y, and Z. Do you happen to know anyone? Now it's not as much as you trying to sell them, but you're asking them in a sense to do you a favor to make an introduction or if someone that they feel would be helpful going through your products or services. So that's another one. Also your existing social media followers, and then you kind of get the gist here. So this is outreach as a whole. You have the cold where people don't know you, and then you have warm where you have a pre-existing relationship with these people. Moving on to part two of getting leads, content. Pick a platform, right? And when I say this, I mean, which social media platform? Are we talking Facebook? Are we talking Instagram? Are we talking YouTube? Where is it? Ultimately, when you're doing that, you want to go ahead and understand where your ideal client is based out of. If you are going after a 50-year-old woman, there's a much higher probability that she will be on Facebook instead of TikTok, because TikTok typically has a younger demographic. Or not only are they on it, where are they spending more of their time? Because where they're spending more of their time is where you're more likely to catch them and get their attention. So once you've picked your platform, you then want to go ahead and make content. Within this, you also want to make sure that you're providing value. A lot of coaches are afraid to give away their secret sauce because they don't want to not be able or give away all this stuff before they get paid. The hard part is that then a lot of coaches end up making stuff that is mediocre or so-so because they don't want to give away their best stuff. The problem with that is, and I'm going to rewind first. It makes sense. Like I understand why coaches might have that fear. The question I have, if that is you have to remember and understand that people will judge you or will make certain predispositions about you based on the information that they see. So if that's the case and you're doing so-so information, they're probably going to assume that your programs are so-so. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chris. A lot of you leave comments and send DMs to me telling me that you need help. Do me a favor. I'm going to tell you the best way to get a hold of me. Shoot me a text message right now at 949-990-5808. Once again, that's 949-990-5808. I'll help you with whatever you guys need. I got your back. Let's get back to the video. So the best way that you want to go ahead and do within making your content is you want to give a ton of value up front. And then at the end of it, you want to have some sort of call to action. Hey, link in my bio, link in the description, DM me, email me, whatever it is, because then you can continue the conversation within it. So that is there with content. And then once again, the biggest things you want to do is get people to know, like, and trust you. Because once that happens, you're good. And the probability of you actually closing them and obviously them turning into leads that you can sell increases dramatically. Moving on to the last one, we have paid ads. Very simple. You go and you make advertisement, put it on Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. Google, you can do Google search, AdWords, banners, YouTube, TikTok, etc. And that typically is the fastest way that you can go and do it. Obviously, with paid ads, you have to understand what you're doing, and there's more to be risked, we will say, because you can't put an investment and possibly not get a return. But this right here is going to be for sure the way if you want to get the fastest. You should also have to make sure your offer and everything is all set and sorted as you do with all of these. One thing I will share with you, obviously, all of these work. And as you continue to grow your coaching program, you will want to continue to add other acquisition streams into your business. In the beginning, pick one of these. I see so many coaches, they understand the importance of building all of them, but the thing is that they put a little bit of attention here, a little bit of attention here, a little bit of attention here, a little bit of attention here. Now they have 4 different ways, so they only have 25% attention in each one of them, and they're also just starting out, so it's not like they're experts in each one of them. So instead, what I recommend is look within budget, within what you're able to do, and go ahead and pick one of them. If you have a ton of money and you're willing to go and spend it, go ahead and do paid ads. If you maybe don't have as much money and you're just wanting to go ahead and do outreach and you have a lot of existing phone contacts, do warm outreach them. So there's so many ways you can go about it. Ultimately, what I recommend to get your first client in the very beginning, pick one acquisition channel, stick to it, and go ahead and iterate to where you're getting consistent flow in from that. Then you can go ahead and add other complexities into your business. Now, that's part one. You've gotten the lead. Awesome. You get them on a call, you've done some sort of call to action. Ideally, you're going to want to get them on a Zoom call, and this is going to be the part where you're going to sell them. The reason why I recommend getting on a Zoom call instead of only a phone call is because Zoom, you can see face to face. Once again, guys, you want people to know, like, and trust you. If somebody doesn't trust you, that you can help get them from here where they are now to here where they want to be, then they're not going to give you their money. So if that's said, more ways that you can stack the deck in your favor, the better. So you've done your outreach, you've gotten the lead, you've gotten them on a call, on a Zoom ideally. Now is the part where you're going to sell them on your products or services. One of the biggest mistakes I see coaches making is they just hop on a call and they just start chatting back and forth. There's a certain part where you want to build rapport and have an understanding of who they are, problems that they're facing, yes, but don't have it be haphazard. Make a very clear and established sales presentation. This is going to be massive to increase your success rate of closing these people. What does this mean? I personally have a 5-step sales process that me and all the people I work with, we follow. That includes an introduction in the beginning, a fact-finding part, a presentation, a test close, and a close. If you are interested in that, I do have another video. Check it out in the description where I walk through understanding and establishing a sales process. But number one, when selling them, you need to make sure you have a very clear step-by-step process that you're going to walk them through. And that also creates consistency so you can iterate and improve. Once that is done, obviously you're going to get to the end. You're going to send them over a contract. If you're looking at something higher ticket, I do typically like contract. If you're doing something lower ticket, which I wouldn't recommend getting on Zoom calls for $100 product, go ahead and send them a contract for that upper one. Then go ahead and collect payment. Payment processor, actually, let me rewind too. For contracts, you can use stuff, online websites such as DocuSign, PandaDocs. I know Adobe Sign as well. And then also, I know that some of the CRMs out there are also offering different contract services as well. Ultimately, the biggest thing is that you have a contract, and inside of that contract, you just simply state client agrees that you're going to get this or this amount. If you want to keep it super simple, obviously, I'm no legal representation. There are some other stipulations inside of the contract that are typically good to have just to make sure that you are protected and everything. So use that on the contract. And then payment processor, Stripe is one of the biggest ones. You also have stuff like Blue Jeans, Easy Pay. There's a lot of different ones out there. You just need to get a PayPal. You just ultimately need to go ahead and get something to where you can collect payment and make sure it's through your business, not personal. So everyone, that is really it. Is, as I shared before, I like to keep things super simple. Number one, get leads. Number two, sell them. I walked through earlier. There's a couple of different ways that you can get leads. Pick one, stick to it, and then go after that and get some leads that way. Number two, sell them. Make sure you have your established sales process, have them sign the contract, and then take their money. That sounds very nice. Go ahead and collect the funds, collect the investment from the person. So with that said, everyone, that is what I have for you here in today's video. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to go ahead and drop a like, comment if there's anything additional that you'd like to hear or see, or even just sharing your feedback. If you are not subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe, and we will see you on the next video. Hey guys, I wanted to tell you that you are the true coaches and the real students. You made it till the end of the video. Do me a favor, share this with a friend who wants to go to another level. Also, make sure you like the video, comment below so I know who you are, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for the channel, as we will be dropping more valuable content every single day. See you soon.